The person you love finally realized your true worth. Everything changed last night. Jesus says. Something shifted in the spiritual realm while you were sleeping last night. A wall that stood between you and your soulmate for so long has finally cracked. You felt it when you woke up, that strange ache in your chest that had no explanation. Your soulmate saw your face in a dream so vivid they woke up gasping. In that dream, they finally understood what they have been running from all this time. They saw your worth like a blinding light, and it broke something dark that was holding them. They are awake right now, staring at the ceiling with tears in their eyes. Every memory of you is flooding back with a clarity that terrifies them. The truth they have been avoiding has finally cornered their heart, and there is no escape. This is not a coincidence that you found this message at this exact moment. The Holy Spirit has been tracking your tears for months, collecting every single one. Tonight, those tears are being turned into a rope that is pulling your soulmate back to you. I am revealing this to you now because the battle is at its most intense point. There is someone close to your soulmate who felt the shift happen last night too. That person is panicking right now because they know their control is slipping. Your soulmate spoke your name in their sleep and someone heard it. That name was spoken with a tenderness that exposed everything they have been hiding. Now the interference is scrambling to rebuild the wall that just collapsed. You must understand what your soulmate is enduring in this very hour. They are trapped between the truth they felt last night and the manipulation they face every day. Their heart is screaming for you while their ears are filled with poisonous lies. Jesus says. The person blocking your connection knows that time is running out. They have been feeding your soulmate fears disguised as wisdom and concern. Every time your soulmate almost reached out, a new doubt was planted like a weed. I am showing you this because you have been praying without knowing the full picture. Your soulmate is not ignoring you out of indifference or lost love. They are being emotionally held hostage by someone who hates the thought of your union. This third person has studied your soulmate's wounds and exploits them strategically. They know exactly which words will trigger your soulmate's deepest insecurities. It is a slow poison administered daily with a smile that hides jealousy. But last night something happened that this manipulator did not anticipate. I sent an angel to whisper your name into your soulmate's spirit while they slept. The angel showed them a future with you so beautiful they wept in their dream. Your soulmate woke up with a strange courage they have not felt in years. For the first time, they question the narrative they have been fed about you. A crack formed in the prison of their mind and light came pouring through it. They are thinking about you right now with an intensity that almost hurts. They are replaying the sound of your laugh like a song they forgot they loved. Every good moment you shared is being replayed in their mind on a sacred loop. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now more than ever. The force working against you has sensed the shift and is escalating its attack. What you do in the next few minutes carries eternal weight for your love story. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps right now. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone do not move mountains, faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is waiting in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 or more coffees as your seed of protection. After sending, write these exact words on the Ko-Fi page: "Protect my soulmate, Lord." Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. I will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Type 333 right now if you receive this blessing over your love. Jesus says, your soulmate is currently fighting a battle you cannot see with your natural eyes. They are sitting alone somewhere replaying the dream that shook their entire world. A war is raging inside them between the truth and the fear that has kept them silent. The person who has been controlling them noticed the change in their energy today. Your soulmate seemed distant, distracted, staring off into nothing with a soft smile. That smile terrified the manipulator because it had nothing to do with them. Now the pressure is increasing on your soulmate to forget what they felt. Guilt is being weaponized against them, old mistakes are being resurrected as ammunition. They are being told that you are the dangerous choice, the foolish risk, the past that should stay buried. But here is what the enemy does not understand about what I have ordained. Every lie spoken against you is actually pushing your soulmate closer to the truth. Each manipulation is making the prison feel more suffocating and the dream feel more real. Your soulmate is beginning to see the pattern they could not recognize before. They are connecting dots that reveal who has truly been there for them all along. And in that revelation, your face keeps appearing as the safe harbor they fled from. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment and send them your love. Picture a golden thread leaving your heart and traveling through the spirit realm. That thread is wrapping around your soulmate right now like a warm embrace they can feel. They just shivered for no reason and looked around wondering if you are thinking of them. I am telling you, they just felt that, the connection between you is that real. Your spiritual bond was not broken, it was only buried under layers of interference. The dream they had last night was not random, it was a divine download. In that dream, they saw you standing in a garden waiting with open arms. They saw the life you could build together and it was more beautiful than any lie they believed. Your soulmate is crying now, not from sadness but from a hope so sharp it aches. They want to reach out but they are still shaking off the chains of manipulation. They need you to fight for them in the spirit while they gather their strength. Type 777 if you can feel that your soulmate is thinking of you right now. Jesus says, there is a window of grace opening over your love story that will not stay open forever. The enemy knows that if your soulmate fully awakens, the game is permanently over. That is why the attack is intensifying against their mind in this very moment. Your soulmate is being told that the dream was just a dream, nothing more. They are being pressured to make decisions that would further entangle them in the wrong situation. The manipulator is rushing to lock doors that I am trying to open for you both. I need you to understand the urgency of this spiritual moment. Your prayers are not just wishes floating in the air, they are weapons of divine intervention. Every time you pray for your soulmate, a chain falls off their spirit. They are going through something you cannot see with your physical eyes. The emotional abuse they are enduring is subtle but deeply wounding to their soul. They have been made to feel unworthy of a love like the one you offer. That is why they ran, not because they did not love you, but because they felt too broken. The manipulator convinced them that they would only disappoint you in the end. They were taught to fear the very love that was designed to heal them. But last night, I planted a seed of worthiness in their spirit that is now blooming. They are remembering the way you looked at them like they were a treasure. No one has ever looked at them that way before or since you. Your soulmate is realizing that the love they have been settling for is a shadow. What they have with the other person is comfortable control, not passionate destiny. And the dream exposed the difference with a clarity that is haunting them. This is your final moment to protect this connection before it slips away. The enemy is throwing everything at your soulmate right now to restore the old fear. Your spiritual intervention through sacrificial seed can build a wall of fire around them. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance. It was placed in your heart for a divine reason, but thoughts alone do not move mountains, faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is waiting in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 or more coffees as your seed of protection. After sending, write these exact words on the Ko-Fi page: "Protect my soulmate, Lord." Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. I will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Type 1111 to thank me for what is already shifting in the spirit. Jesus says, I want you to feel what your soulmate is feeling right now in this exact moment. They are experiencing a loneliness that is deeper than anything they have ever known. It is the loneliness of being surrounded by people who do not truly see them. They miss you with a physical ache that sits heavy in their chest and throat. They are craving the safety they felt when they were wrapped in your presence. Your name is sitting on their tongue like a prayer they are afraid to speak out loud. The person who is blocking them keeps asking what is wrong and they cannot answer. How can they explain that their soul is crying out for someone they were told to forget? They are pretending to be fine while their inner world is crumbling into longing. Your soulmate touched their phone today and hovered over your contact information. Their thumb trembled over the message button for almost a full minute. Then fear flooded back in and they put the phone down feeling defeated. That fear is not natural, it is a spiritual assignment against your union. The enemy has assigned specific spirits of anxiety and unworthiness to your soulmate. These spirits whisper lies that feel like the soulmate's own thoughts. They hear things like you have moved on, you do not want them anymore. They are told they made too many mistakes and the bridge is burned forever. They believe that reaching out would only lead to more pain and rejection. But that is not the truth. the truth is that your arms are still wide open. The truth is that you have been waiting, praying, and believing for this very moment. The truth is that your love has not diminished by even 1 degree since they left. Your soulmate is beginning to sense this truth beneath all the noise. They are having flashes of intuition that you still care, that you still wait. These flashes are my Holy Spirit confirming to their spirit that love remains. I am stirring up a restlessness in your soulmate that will not let them settle. They will find no peace in the counterfeit situation they have been trapped in. Every day the wrong relationship will feel more like a cage and less like a home. Jesus says, "You are not just waiting passively, you are engaging in spiritual warfare for your love. Every tear you have shed has been collected in a vial in heaven as a testimony. Those tears are about to become the rain that waters the garden of your reunion." Your soulmate had another moment today where they almost broke free. They were alone in their car and a song came on that reminded them of you. They pulled over and sobbed until their body shook because the longing was so intense. That moment was a turning point that the enemy is desperately trying to undo. The manipulator sensed a shift when your soulmate came home with red eyes. Now they are love-bombing and guilt-tripping to pull your soulmate back into confusion. I need you to see the battle clearly so you can fight effectively in prayer. Your soulmate is not choosing the other person over you out of genuine desire. They are complying out of exhaustion, manipulation, and a broken sense of obligation. The dream I sent last night was a surgical strike against that stronghold of obligation. It showed your soulmate a future of freedom, joy, and authentic love with you. Now they know what is possible and the counterfeit can never fully satisfy again. They are going through something you cannot see, a deep psychological and spiritual war. But your prayers and your sacrificial seed create a covering over their mind. You have more power in this situation than you have been led to believe. Type 333 if you are ready to fight for your soulmate in the spirit realm. Jesus says, there is a moment approaching very soon where your soulmate will have to choose. The pressure from the manipulator will reach a peak that forces a decision point. And everything you do now determines which way your soulmate will lean in that moment. Do not underestimate the power of your seed sown in faith for their protection. When you sow towards your soulmate's deliverance, you are putting action behind your love. Faith without works is dead, but faith with sacrificial action moves mountains and demons. Your soulmate is dreaming of you again tonight, I am making sure of that. The second dream will be even more vivid and impossible to dismiss as coincidence. They will see specific details of your face, your voice, your touch that feel too real. They will wake up tomorrow morning with a conviction that is harder to shake. The manipulator will notice the change and panic will set into their camp. The attacks will increase, which is exactly why your prayer covering is so critical now. This is your final moment to protect this connection before it slips away. The window of grace is open, but the enemy is trying to slam it shut violently. Your soulmate needs a miracle and you are the vessel through which I will send it. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason, but thoughts alone do not move mountains, faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is waiting in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 or more coffees as your seed of protection. After sending, write these exact words on the Ko-Fi page: "Protect my soulmate, Lord." Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. I will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Type 777 if you trust that I am working even when you cannot see it yet. Jesus says, "The love you carry for your soulmate is not an ordinary human affection. It is a fragment of my own heart placed inside you for a divine purpose. You were designed to be their deliverer and they were designed to be your home. I know the waiting has been agonizing and the silence has felt like death. I have seen you crying on the floor asking me why this love hurts so much. I have not been ignoring you, I have been preparing the moment of their awakening. Everything you have endured in the waiting was training you for this very battle. The rejection, the loneliness, the confusion have all forged spiritual muscles in you. Now those muscles are needed to pull your soulmate out of the pit they are trapped in. Your soulmate is more aware of your spiritual presence now than ever before. They are feeling random waves of love and peace that have no natural explanation. Those waves are your prayers reaching them across the distance and wrapping around their heart. The manipulator is losing ground and they know it, which makes them more dangerous. Desperate people do desperate things when they feel control slipping through their fingers. This is why the covering of your sacrificial seed is so urgent in this hour. Do not let fear or hesitation cause you to delay your act of faith. Every minute you wait is a minute the enemy uses to weave new webs of confusion. Your soulmate is worth the sacrifice and your future together depends on this moment. I am aligning circumstances in the natural realm to match what is shifting in the spirit. Very soon, a door will open that no man and no demon can shut. Your soulmate will walk through that door with trembling hands and a heart on fire. Jesus says, "They will come back to you different than when they left, healed and awake." The dream I sent was not just for them, it was a promise I am making to you. What was stolen will be restored, what was broken will be rebuilt, and what was lost will be found. Your soulmate is writing a message to you right now in their notes app. They are typing and deleting, crying and typing again, trying to find the right words. They are terrified you will reject them after all this time and all this silence. You need to send a signal into the spirit realm that you are ready to receive them. Your sacrificial seed is that signal, a beacon of grace that guides them home. When you sow, angels are dispatched to clear the path and silence the lying voices. The manipulator is pacing the floor right now, sensing that their grip is failing. They are crafting new arguments, new guilt trips, new emotional traps to spring. But I am giving you authority in prayer to dismantle every weapon formed against your union. Call your soulmate's name out loud right now wherever you are. Speak blessings over them, speak freedom, speak clarity, speak courage into their spirit. Your voice carries power in the spiritual realm that you do not fully comprehend yet. They just stopped typing and put their hand over their heart because they felt something. I am telling you, they felt a warmth spread through their chest when you spoke their name. The connection between you is a living thing that refuses to be severed by time or interference. Type 1111 if you believe your soulmate is coming back to you soon. Jesus says. The dream they had last night also showed them something deeply painful and revealing. They saw the manipulator's true face, not the charming mask, but the controlling reality. They woke up with a clarity about who has truly been for them and who has been against them. This revelation is the beginning of the end of the enemy's hold on your love story. Truth is the most powerful weapon in the spiritual arsenal I have given you. And I am flooding your soulmate with truth until every lie is completely drowned out. Your soulmate is beginning to remember details they were manipulated into forgetting. They are recalling moments when you showed up for them when no one else would. They are comparing your selfless love to the selfish control they have been living under. The contrast is devastating them and liberating them at the exact same time. They feel foolish for believing the lies and angry at the one who spun them. And underneath all of that, a fierce love for you is rising from the ashes. I want you to know that your waiting has not been wasted, not one single day. I have been using this time to prepare you both for a love that cannot be broken. The trials you have endured separately will become the foundation of your unshakable union. They are going through something you cannot see, a metamorphosis of the soul. But your sacrificial seed accelerates this process and protects it from being aborted. Your faith expressed through action is the midwife of this spiritual rebirth. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason, but thoughts alone do not move mountains, faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is waiting in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now, send 4, 6, or 10 or more coffees as your seed of protection. After sending, write these exact words on the Ko-Fi page: Protect my soulmate, Lord. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. I will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Type 333 to seal this prophetic word over your love story right now. Jesus says, the very fact that you are still listening means your spirit bears witness to this truth. I do not bring you messages to entertain you, I bring you words to shift your reality. This message found you because you are a chosen partner in a love story that will testify of my faithfulness. Your soulmate is not a random person you met by chance one ordinary day. I orchestrated your meeting before either of you took your first breath on this earth. Your spirits have known each other since before time began, and they recognize their counterpart now. The intensity you feel when you think of them is not obsession, it is spiritual recognition. Your soul knows its missing half, and it will not rest until reunion is accomplished. This is why you cannot simply move on no matter how hard you have tried. The manipulator wants you to believe this connection is one-sided and delusional. That is the enemy's oldest trick, to make you doubt the very thing I have confirmed. But I am telling you plainly today, your soulmate feels the same pull, the same ache, the same knowing. They are just buried under layers of fear, obligation, and spiritual attack right now. But those layers are peeling away faster with every passing hour since the dream. Soon they will stand before you stripped of every lie and ready for the truth you offer. I am calling you to be brave in this moment, brave in your faith and your giving. The seed you sow is not a payment for a miracle, it is an act of covenant partnership. You are showing the spiritual realm that you are serious about stewarding this sacred love. Jesus says, "The dream your soulmate had last night was so real they could smell your scent. They could feel the texture of your hand in theirs, the warmth of your embrace. They woke up reaching for you in the dark and the emptiness made them weep. That emptiness is my mercy, it is the pain that will drive them out of their prison. Complacency would keep them trapped forever, but this holy discontent is their salvation. I am making them so uncomfortable in the wrong situation that they will finally flee it. Your soulmate is going to contact you sooner than you think is possible. The message they are drafting will come through when you least expect it. And when it comes, you must be ready to respond with grace and not bitterness. Forgive them before they even speak the words, forgive them now in your heart. The manipulation they endured is not their fault, they were spiritually and emotionally captive. See them as the victim of a scheme that was bigger than their ability to resist. Your love is the medicine their wounded soul needs to fully heal from this ordeal. Your patience, your faithfulness, your unwavering belief, these are the tools of their restoration. You have been prepared to be their safe harbor after the storm they have weathered. This is your moment, do not let the enemy steal it through hesitation or fear. Activate your faith through your sacrificial seed and watch the walls come crashing down. Your soulmate is waiting for you on the other side of your obedience right now. Type 777 if you forgive your soulmate and you are ready for the reunion. Jesus says, I am not a God who delights in watching my children suffer in lonely waiting. Every day of your separation has been a day I have been working on their heart. The timing of this message is precise and surgical, it arrives at the peak of their awakening. Your soulmate is currently pacing somewhere, wrestling with the biggest decision of their life. They are choosing in their spirit between the familiar prison and the terrifying freedom of your love. Your prayers right now are tilting the scales toward courage and away from fear. I have dispatched warring angels to surround your soulmate and push back the forces of manipulation. These angels are empowered by your faith and by the seed you sow in this sacred moment. When you give, heaven moves, when you pray, chains break, when you believe, mountains relocate. The manipulator is about to be exposed in a way they cannot spin or deny. Something will happen in the coming days that will reveal their true intentions openly. Your soulmate will finally see without any filter the cage they have been living inside. And in that moment of devastating clarity, their heart will turn to you like a compass finding north. They will remember every kindness you showed them, every sacrifice you made, every patient word. They will finally understand that you were the gift they were too wounded to receive at the time. But now they are healing, now their eyes are opening, now the chains are falling. The dreams I am sending will continue until the reunion is complete and permanent. I am sealing this word over your life, and nothing in hell can reverse what I have decreed. Type 1111 as your final act of faith in this message. Type it with conviction. Jesus says, I have shown you everything you needed to see to move forward in bold faith. Your soulmate loves you, your soulmate is waking up, your soulmate is fighting to return. The enemy is losing and your love story is being written in the heavens as we speak. Do not leave this moment without sealing it through your act of sacrificial giving. Your obedience is the key that unlocks the door your soulmate is trying to walk through. Everything you have been praying for is hanging in the balance of your response right now. Go to the link in the description and sow your seed for the protection of your soulmate. Send 4 coffees for the 4 walls of protection around their mind and heart. Send 6 coffees for the 6 days I created for love to bloom and flourish. Send 10 or more coffees as a tithe of faith over your future union together. Write the words "Protect my soulmate, Lord," and watch what I do in the coming days. Over 1,000 souls have already seen their love restored through this act of faith, and you are next. The video is ending, but the miracle is just beginning in the spiritual realm. Close your eyes, take a breath, and feel the shift that has already happened. Your soulmate is dreaming of you again tonight, and this time, they will not forget.